Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in play. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in play. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out of stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Still got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in play. Shawty wanna ride till I hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money statement I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stepping, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stepping, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stepping, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told them this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told them put a check up in my hands. Who got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they suck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange. Seen they effort, this piss poor. I got too much, I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip, got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands. I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride to the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen the rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league. I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston. Ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh. Send it through quickly. I'm making his dog. Like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag.
Good morning, pickleball fans. Dave Fleming here at day 3 of the Skechers Invitational. What a day we had yesterday, and we've got more exciting pickleball action for you. We're going to start with the ladies on the court, then we're going to have a men's match, another ladies match, and then we're going to switch over to CBS Sports at noon. We haven't played a lot of singles lately. We'll have that for you. We've got Anna Leigh Waters playing Catherine Parenteau, and Tyson McGuffin will battle Ben Johns on CBS Sports. Everybody wants to leave here with a victory at this beautiful country club. This is the Riviera Country Club. This is the PPA Tour, and this is the Skechers Invitational. We'll be right back with all the action. All right, welcome back, everybody. It is our first match of day 3 of the Skechers Invitational, and we've got the ladies on the court. We've got Sheehan-Dizon and Allyce Jones playing against Irina, Tereschenko, and Lindsey Newman. Again, we will play 2 games, and then if we split, we will have the fast breaker. To set the stage, Dizon and Jones are from Utah, frequent partners. They have played together quite a bit and are looking to get a victory here. They'll be playing against Lindsey Newman. Lindsey Newman, of course, is the sister of Riley Newman, so they've made a just really dangerous duo in mixed doubles, and she played fantastic yesterday with Jessie Irvine, so we'll see if she can keep that going. And then one of the crowd favorites, Irina Tereschenko, will join her. Tereschenko, you will see the looping, beautiful forehand drops, and it's going to be a great match of styles. Sheehan-Dizon's going to be swinging that big Ace of Spades Pro Kennex paddle that's got all that pop. You see Allyce Jones bouncing the ball there. She will be starting us off.
0-0-2. Out. Side out. 0-0-1. Point. One, 0-1. Point. Two, 0-1.
There's the power of Dizon, finishing strong. So that's Lindsey Newman to serve.
2-0-2. Side out. 0-2-1. Point. One, 2-1. Second serve. One, 2-2.
Tereschenko goes for it just deep. Sorry about the little audio sitch there, but we're ready to go. So we're 2-2.
2-2-2.
Sheehan-Dizon to serve. That's Lindsey Newman. She's going to crack this one. Oh, just catches the tape. So that's been the formula for Dizon. Big serve, set up that drive, and then let Allyce Jones create some chaos. With the power of that paddle, she's got to get on top of that ball. Just lets it sail. Again, that's the angle of your wrist. Good finish by Jones there. Gives a pedicure to Lindsey Newman.
3-2-2.
cut by Irina Tereschenko from not an advantageous court position. Able to throw that at the feet of the folks at the net. That's hard to do. That is a ball where Jones and Dawson are well ahead in the point and suddenly behind because of the quality of the Tereschenko ball from the baseline. Good ferocity from Allyce Jones there. Again, this is Skechers Invitational, day 3. We've had great action on day 1 and 2 and some great matchups today. We will have the reunited pair from Wichita up next of Jay Devilliers and Pat Smith, who did a lot of damage last year, not playing together much this year. So good to see them back in the second match of the day. Great angle from Dawson there, because this duo of Tereschenko and Newman is going to get a lot of balls back in play.
3-4-1. Point.
Good job by Dawson staying on that.
4-4-1.
Having that paddle ready. She does a great job of having that paddle out in front. Knows that the ball's coming back from these two.
Second serve.
Anytime you're reaching, that's probably bad. Your partner's there. That's what Jones did there. She's so good at tracking balls down sometimes. Not very often, but it can actually be a negative if you get yourself out of position. There's a beautiful stick volley by Lindsey Newman.
4-4-1.
And it is Jones who goes with the drop shot off the
4-4-2.
ball that just trickled over the tape. Just wide, and there's the beauty of pickleball right there. Offense to defense. 1 minute you're hitting overheads, the next thing you're defending overheads, and it is Newman and Tereschenko who come out on top on that rally. Talked to Tereschenko the other day, and her cut dink is really on point. Jones expecting a lot more pace on that ball and was way out in front of it.
Six, 4-2. Point.
That's what we call a bait ball there. It looks like something that Dawson can attack. It's a little below the net. It kind of is slow, and
7-4-2.
she takes a hack at it, and it's a tough ball to attack that close to the net as well. And it is the pressure of Tereschenko and Newman that just was repetitive, and it's hard to keep resetting balls. So Tereschenko and Newman have Dawson and Jones doubled up here in game 1 of day 3 of the Skechers Invitational at the Riviera Country Club.
Look, if we don't figure out this gravity situation, all of those astronauts are gonna die.
And the proof of alien life will be gone forever.
But we've tried everything.
We haven't tried everything. Bring me the jigsaw.
15 seconds.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 1.
One timeout remaining, 2 timeouts remaining. Time is in, 8:42.
All right, bring me the jigsaw, and Dizon and Jones would like to bring them a comeback. You see Lindsey Newman willing her partner's ball up and over the net there. The Newmans have a special power, it seems. They do that a lot, and it works.
Point.
Just misses that, and timeout works. They get the ball back.
5-8-1.
Get on the board. Can they continue to chip away at the lead here?
Second serve.
Dizon and Jones have been doing a lot of defending in this match. Got to get the third down and get to neutral at the kitchen. Haven't been able to do it consistently. Big serve could help make the third easier. And Lindsey Newman with the out, and which was all one word.
6-8-2.
You hate when you leave one and catches that tape. Good scramble by Dizon there. Oh. So both Newman and Dizon disgusted with their paddle, and actually paddled their paddle, which you can do in pickleball.
8-6-1.
That's a great job by Lindsey Newman of defending and then throwing a ball that bounced in the kitchen and then catching Jones reaching in, throws a beautiful lob up over. Can't quite get the overhead. 9-6-1.
Second serve. Yeah. 9-6-2. Side out.
Here or here?
6-9-1.
You heard Tereschenko saying here or here to understand, are they going to switch or not? Chose not to. Beautiful angle from Tereschenko there.
6-9-2.
Jones and Dizon, of course, now trying Allyce on the left side, and
Side out.
she gets a ball that's up and then pushes it deep.
9-6-1. Second serve.
Beautiful job by Tereschenko. Just misses that same angle she made a second ago.
9-6-2.
And
Point.
a little kiss off the tape. And we are at
10-6-2.
game point for Tereschenko and Newman.
Side out.
That one comes up just short. So can the Utah crew forge a comeback again? Win by 1.
6-10-1.
First to 11.
Second serve.
Just can't get themselves to the line and make a ball.
16-2.
Much better there from Dizon. Used that drive to set up the next ball and was ready to finish. Jammed up Newman.
17-2.
That is nice by Meghan Dizon, and the more aggressive she is patrolling on that left side, the better for this team in my opinion, and that's a great example of it there.
Side out.
Just can't quite finish, so they get 2 of the 4 back, but game point number 2 on the paddle of Irina.
10-8-1.
Tereschenko. Good finish from Dizon there.
Second serve. Thank you. 10-8-2.
Big finish, so Dizon goes down the line, gets a ball up from Tereschenko, and then finishes hard cross court. So here we go, 3 game points saved. Much better drop there. They get it down and get to the kitchen. Jones sped it up in the middle and tried to bail herself out. Got 2 back, but not the third. Second chance to get closer.
18-2.
There's that middle that Dizon has to own in this partnership. She did it well there. And folks, we are at 9-10. No timeout coming from Newman or Tereschenko. Great deep serve. And Dizon reaches in but can't finish. Pulled around. Great dinking from both a placement and depth. They were able to push Dizon back. Another chance to take game 1. And Dizon survives a relentless attack at her backhand on the dink.
Second serve. Yes, ma'am. 10-9-2.
Another chance at game 1 here for Newman Tereschenko. And they are able to thwart that one. So they chose not to unwind the stack there, did Jones and Dizon. Smart decision based on the
9-10-1.
investment that Dizon had to make on the prior point. That's going to make it. Oh, and great angle by Tereschenko after a brilliant point. Watch this ball. You got to be patient with it and then find an angle. And you know Allyce Jones will dive if you give it any chance to get close to her. And we are at 10 apiece. Win by 1.
10-10-2.
That'll do it.
Point. That's it. Yep.
That will do it. Game to 11. So Dizon and Jones come all the way back, save multiple game points, and win game 1 11-10. We will be right back with game 2 after this.
I host a show in the kitchen.
I share my workouts in the kitchen.
I roll one sleeve up in the kitchen.
I stream in the kitchen.
I can't cook, but I'm in this kitchen.
I gave my paddle away in the kitchen.
I help keep you fit in the kitchen.
We're all family in the kitchen.
Let's go!
What are you guys doing?
Getting our duper tattoos.
Oh, cool.
Hey Cameron, how's it going?
Almost done.
Perfect. Can't wait to see your number.
Number?
Duper, because ratings shouldn't be a surprise. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming, and I am joined in the booth by fellow senior pro Scott Crandall. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Dave.
We've got the duo from Utah. We're down 10-6, saved multiple game points, and then win by 1. Take it 11-10 in game number 1.
Side out.
Is that the first time that's happened this weekend?
That is the first 10-all this weekend. We had one of those last weekend, but
0-0-1.
Quite the comeback. Big swing at a low ball there from Jones, but really like what they did as a combination in the end of game number 1. Dizon was definitely the object of Tereschenko and Newman's desire, and she kept making the dinks, Scott, and kept them in there, and then when they got a chance, they finished.
1-0-2.
That's a great finish by Dizon, and on that return, I'd love to see Dizon come over and just destroy a forehand drive. That's the mentality if you are gonna play. Like, she hits such a good serve that looking for, there we go, getting more aggressive just mentally. And I know that's, you know, you have to sort of, that evolves.
Yeah, I felt like the move Meghan just made was the move Allyce normally makes.
Yes.
But if you're playing against them and you feel they're both a threat to poach, well, then you really have to watch out because one of them will always be up and then back as they're in transition, and you better be careful with those fourth shot half volleys.
Just vicious.
Tyler Loong is going to be the ball boy.
Okay.
Chase that down, throw it back over left-handed. Excellent job.
As Ron Ponder threw a second ball at Lindsey Newman, seeing if, how her juggling skills are.
We always want the same ball, though, if we can get it.
100%, especially if we're winning. There's unwinding the stack. Got ugly for a minute there, but Jones's footwork is so good. She was able to get her body in a good position. And Dizon patrolling the middle has just improved throughout this match.
To your point earlier, I feel like Allyce and Meghan both have really great hands at the kitchen. And then what you want to do, I'll finish that in a second. So once you establish that you have great hands at the kitchen, people can't go through you, then you really want to master that soft dink game. And so if they can't out-dink you and they can't go through you, where are they going to go?
It's pretty stinking frustrating if that's where you net out. And it's balls like that that they keep making that makes it a problem. And Tereschenko's like, okay, you want to bring that two-hander down my line? I am ready.
And I like that Irina didn't crush it. She just hit it straight down. Just ended it on the spot.
Good job by Newman of just staying on it.
131.
I'm going to choose not to unwind here, so Allyce will stay on the left. Let's see if where they dink changes. They've been going primarily to the backhand of the person on the left. Allyce Jones just refuses to give in, and they end up getting that point.
Everyone had their turn taking a swipe at it. Some very deliberate dinks to the middle there from Allyce Jones towards Lindsey Newman's backhand or Irina's forehand. Lindsey chose to take most of those.
3-1-1.
And that's a ball a lot of people will let travel to their partner and get to that forehand, as you mentioned. It's a good retrieval by Dizon, but can't make the next ball.
3-1-2.
And there's Jones just flying across the court. May have gotten the assistance of a ball that was hitting slightly deep by Newman there. We'll never know. Look at that get. They're still in this. What a point by all four ladies switching offense to defense. The crowd is loving that, and those wicked cut slice backhands by Tereschenko got them back in business after Jones was bringing heat at Lindsey Newman. And Allyce Jones swinging with all her might finds just the top of the net.
I don't think it matters how hard you hit it at Lindsey Newman. If it's at Lindsey Newman, it's
coming
back.
Yeah,
you got to hit it. You got to hit it away from her.
See Dizon stretching out her legs, sort of shot off the line there a little bit, perhaps.
It was a nice dink.
Yes.
It had some backspin and hit the line, so tough ball to handle.
Point.
Dizon's on it, but gets on top of it a little too much, and their lead is gone.
4-4-1.
Tied at 4 here on this run, and they got both serves still to carry over on this one, and then another. So big chance to take the lead here for Newman and Tereschenko.
Second serve.
Newman not pleased with that swing into the tape.
Ooh, Allyce makes sure her left foot hits the corner on her way back to the return position.
Oh my, and that's a great take by Dizon, and then she's hiding her eyes from the ball she hit, but it was so deep that it's not a place you're used to getting out of the way. Tereschenko was stuck like a statue because it's just an atypical play. That's a nice ball by Tereschenko with the backhand filling the middle, folks. The backhand needs to fill the middle there on the cross-court ball. Well done by Tereschenko.
4-4-2.
Interesting paddle choice, a little tomahawk from Lindsey Newman in the middle of that.
Yeah, I thought she might flick it for an angle with that grip and that positioning.
Jones saw it, just
yeah, I feel like Dizon and Jones were patient, kind of got what they want, because that attack, the attack from Irina was high enough to counter.
just wide. Again, just a little extra pop, and you can see the effort that Jones puts into finishing, and then Dizon just one swing, and it is flying.
If Dizon gets that high forehand, I haven't seen her lose a point this weekend or last weekend. Like her high forehand, the point is over.
It's over. And the one that she did miss hit Tereschenko from behind the court. So
she won the point.
So she won the point, exactly. So that kept that streak alive. Nice job by Jones of putting out the fire there. And there's the high forehand finish. She left a backhand up, but
what I like about her high forehand, she doesn't seem to over backswing.
Right.
Like she doesn't over swing, which makes it high percentage, but she gets so much pace on it. It is tough to handle.
And when both players say I got it, that's usually not good. It's better than nobody, maybe, but
and Irina is especially good at dealing with the next one. When you're running it out of position, Irina knows where to end it, and she just went right behind Dizon that time perfectly.
There's the Newman yell, let that thing go. So this is a great match to start the day. 11-10 in game one. Again, you got to win by one, obviously. Thank you. It's back to school with the math, and here we're at 5-4.
Second serve. Four, 5-2.
And there was a little indecision about what the call was going to be, meaning whether they're going to switch or not. anything in your mind can affect that return, and they're not going to switch here.
I definitely have a pet peeve of mine is if I'm the returner, my partner's up there, and they're late giving the signal. I need to know the signal before that serve is coming.
So everything affects focus. So here we go. 5-5 on a 1. Sheehan-Dizon just roping serves.
Point.
And
that's just solid dinking and solid defense.
And Dizon and Jones have mixed it up quite a bit. Now they've got Jones on the left. And now a two-hander on the ace of spades paddle, and that is right at the feet, and Newman and Tereschenko have seen enough of this. So a spirited battle here on day 3 of the Skechers Invitational to get this thing started. We'll be right back, and the Utah duo finish this off and take match number 1 of the day.
Just too quick for it.
Hey, Katie, could you pass me the creamer?
Why don't you just come into the kitchen and get the creamer?
I can't come in the kitchen.
Sure you can.
No, I really can't.
You can come into the kitchen as long as you don't hit the ball out of the air.
All right. That's why I stay out of kitchens.
All right, there you see net cam staring at Tereschenko and Newman in the back. What a get. Oh my, and then a short hop dink, and we got the Lindsey Newman arm in the air, and it should be.
In the middle of that point, I think Dizon and Jones thought it was over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was one of them who celebrated.
No, it was Jones who celebrated midpoint. And then you get a missed fourth, and you feel like you put so much effort in the other one, but we'll take it. And on the other side, that's disheartening. 8-5, just 3 points from taking this first match, and that stays in. And we're at 9-5.
9-5-2.
I don't mind that take. I think the ball was up. It was attackable, but Irina wisely put it to the backhand side, which is the tougher one, the tougher side to attack for many people.
Good job by Newman there. Jones swinging away straight ahead, not shy at all at bringing it. Okay, they're not even disguising what they're doing as Newman's set to serve Dizon off the court, so that puts a lot of pressure on Jones to cover, and she does, and Tereschenko can't handle the next one. So you know, when you stand as they will here with Jones off the court, that's Tereschenko to serve, but you got a long run, Dizon.
The benefit of having your partner off the court when you're going to stack like that, as the returner who has to run straight across, you don't have your partner getting in the way of your vision on the way in, but you're at risk of a good cross-court serve.
Yeah, yesterday we actually saw a peg as Jones and McGuffin had a little friendly fire on that exact situation.
Oh, the return hit the moving partner?
Yeah, hit the moving partner.
Yeah, that is another one. When I'm returning and there's going to be a stack and my partner is standing super close to the center line, I'm like, can you move over? Because you're forcing me to hit down the line.
Right, you're taking angles away. Okay, we've got a quick timeout here. So Dizon and Jones, 2 points from a victory. Will they get it? We'll find out after this.
My name is Parenteau, and I've been playing pickleball for almost 6 years. I travel a lot to play in tournaments. I'm always on planes, and I see a lot of people when I travel. I need to make sure that I stay healthy. I need to support my immune system, so that's the reason why I use the Pure Whey C+.
9-7-1.
All right, we are back. There's Sheehan-Dizon serving. That's a great job by Lindsey Newman of moving the ball wide and in the middle, gets a pop-up, partner finishes. That's what after a timeout should look like.
9-7-2.
Great execution.
Point.
And that just dives below the net. Tereschenko comes up short, and we have a match point here for Jones and Dizon. And that goes wide, and that will do it. So Dizon and Jones take match number 1 of day number 3 here at the Skechers Invitational.
Taking the match in 2 games.
Impressive. They dug out of a 10-6 hole in game number 1 and then played very well in game 2. We'll be back with more pickleball action right after this.
Brother to the rescue.
Well, welcome everyone back to center court here on a beautiful Sunday. I'm with Allyce Jones, McGuffin. Guys, you're one of the few familiar partnerships we've gotten to see throughout these 3 days. Did that help you here on the court today?
Oh, for sure. She's so fun to play with. Our chemistry is amazing, and she's got a lot of power, so that helps too.
Well, guys, we saw a very close game one. Could have gone either way. How strange is it to use that win-by-one rule, and does it make you more nervous?
Definitely makes you focus a little more and make sure you're moving your feet and focusing on the ball, and yeah.
Well, guys, you both come from different sports backgrounds. You have volleyball, I know. Meghan, you have tennis. How does that translate to the pickleball court?
For me, it's the never say die mentality. Like, you can go after everything. You never know if you don't go, so you can get anything defensively and stay on the point.
We definitely get to see that when you're on the court. Meghan?
Definitely the movement and the volleys are nice, like translation from tennis to pickleball. I always love doubles on the tennis court, so playing pickleball is a ton of fun, and being up there at the net, I love it.
That definitely translates super well. Guys, you played phenomenal out there today. We're going to see more of you later on today. With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
New People Pickleball.
Bending down to the ground to put on your shoes is kind of a pain. Until now. Introducing new Skechers slip-ins. Hands-free technology for your footwear. Just step in and off you go. Putting your shoes on has never been easier. Plus, they're even machine washable. Go hands-free with your footwear with new Skechers slip-ins.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Our new EV rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah. He comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a gas card. You can always use gas.
Always.
Wait, but you have a...
Mm-mm. Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow?
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey, that is...
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
Welcome back. Netcam gives us a good look at Pat Smith right there, and there's Callan Dawson. And boy, is this fun. Dave Fleming back with fellow senior pro Scott Crandall, and Scott really like what Jones and Dizon put on display to start the day. They're a partnership that has played together. Nice comeback, win it, and now look who we have. We have the men out here, and we've got the reunion of Pat Smith and Jocelyn Devilliers. They decided to play with different partners this year, but at the Invitational, we've invited them to play together, and they're going to.
Yeah, you got to put team model
yes.
back together. Everybody wants to see it. Love watching them play together. Although, I mean, the opponent
Callan
is and Tyler Loong. That's team model, team B.
Yeah.
We got some good-looking players out here today, but I think everyone is excited to see Jay and Pat back on the court together.
So here they go.
Point.
And They're going to play straight up. I was surprised that Devilliers didn't just start out on the left, but
that's the way they used to do it, right?
Yeah. So we'll see if they're going to just give everybody equal time everywhere. There's Loong with a huge finish, and Dawson's got that same Ace of Spades Pro Kennex paddle that Dizon was wielding a second ago. Comes out in mid-September, he tells me, for everybody else that wants to hit blackjack like these two have been doing all weekend. And we were talking about this off air. Loong and Dawson were great yesterday in their match.
Yeah, they complement each other well because Tyler is so great at the Ernie threat, and Callan's such a great dinker cross court.
Just a bit deep off Pat Smith's paddle there.
I was watching Feedy volley. I'm watching zone. 2-1-2.
Some confusion there.
If the score were closer, they'd probably get a challenge. Not because Pat thought Tyler hooked him, but
no.
Pat just thought he saw the ball in.
Yeah.
Second serve.
First drive was beautiful, and then just a tick late to get to the next one.
That's because a nice volley was there to neutralize it from Tyler.
What a get by Dawson. Boy, two beautiful shots in a row from Devilliers there. Inside out forehand, and then gets the ATP and makes it. And there wasn't a lot of room there.
Whatever the minimum amount of room is that you need to hit an ATP, that's how much Jay needs.
Yeah. Yeah. One millimeter more is like a wide open pantry there to hit it through.
Second serve.
To me, Pat made the toughest of those little hands volleys on the first. The first attack from Callan was very good, and Pat got it back.
Hey, stuck it well.
Let, I'll recall.
Replay the lets here on the PPA Tour. Don Stanley, head referee, making that very clear and warning you folks if you're got your volume cranked up and there's a ball that creates a foot in the kitchen, you're going to hear the Stanley alarm. So just a pre-warning.
Second serve.
So a let serve and then a deep serve.
And Jay wisely blames the ball.
And Don just stomps it out of play and chucks it. There's a good look at Tyler Loong, and here comes that return from Dawson.
Point.
Gets just behind him, so he got jammed up and pushes it deep. Ooh, a little tomahawk action there with Dawson. Got the paddle up and ready.
His paddle is just always ready.
Yeah.
Always ready. You just better be careful if you're attacking him.
Smith stole the overhead from Devilliers. We'll see if that ends up costing him. Answer is yes, after Dawson just keeps coming. There's a beautiful look at the setting we have here. And Loong, not one of the players that goes for their serve. Just flicks it in there. He's probably got a 99% make. Something to be said for that, too, if that's your
If you're saying
preferred
99%,
style.
you're rounding down.
Yeah.
Point. Five, 3-1.
Yeah, Steph Curry misses the occasional free throw. I don't know that Loong misses the occasional serve.
Second serve.
Good job by Smith of reaching in and then going back to the outside of Dawson.
Nice of Jeff Warnick to retrieve the ball from the crowd over there.
Oh, look at him here.
5-3-2.
Another one of our SoCal pickleball aficionados. Brought a lot of juice to the Selkirk showdown last weekend. Just, that's nice by Devilliers. And Tyler Loong's like, all right, I owe him an Ernie.
3-5-1.
Having played some rec play with Jay, when I play with a partner and they run out to hit an ATP, I step into the middle.
Right.
Well, Jay hits the ATP and gets back. He's hitting the next shot as well.
That's a beautiful finish. We talked all week about the wrist strength and the finishing power of Pat Smith, and we saw it there.
If Jay would just stay out of his way.
I know. It's ridiculous. Oh, Loong's still on the side of the court. Both these guys are able to bounce around so much. Ill-advised lob over someone of that athletic prowess, and in the middle, that is a great lob over that shoulder if that's a righty. Nice flick inside out, and Dawson had taken one step to the middle.
And I think he was sitting forehand ready in the middle, and that's why he just took it in the stomach, because Jay hit a good spot. I think typically Callan wants to sit with his backhand ready, but when the middle is what's open, he had to change his paddle, and Jay saw it.
4-5-1.
4-5-1 here. Devilliers from France serving. Pat Smith, the German, the Kiwi. He's got a lot of international, and he's got his parents in the house for the first time since COVID. Been supporting him all weekend. And they'll like that one right on cue. Appreciate when the points pay out what I'm talking about. Thank you, boys. Good look at Pat Smith right there. Ooh, just deep.
Pat Smith's dad is sitting in the seat that has the perfect view of that baseline. We'll have to ask him how he saw that.
That's a good ball there. So that's the danger when these two are going. You've got huge court coverage, huge reach, and they both can bang drives on their thirds. Devilliers was in good position there, just couldn't quite finesse it over.
5-6-1.
Oh.
Point. 2 points.
That is one of the things when you're playing Callan. His hands are really fast, but he sometimes hits that volley.
6-6-1.
Love your paddle, and we'll just get you in the chest if you're not ready.
Oh, good read by Loong, but the ball was so close to the net he had to hit up on it and couldn't generate any spin on that Ernie to flick it in, which is asking a lot. Loong and Dawson are not going to hurt you in this until the ball is up. They'll just stay steady. And Dawson's able to get one out of the air and just then push the pressure.
Yeah, Dawson was able to hit a really aggressive roll dink that made Pat Smith's counter dink very difficult. Put it in the net.
And you see, rarely do you see 3 players on the court shaking their head, but that's what happened there. Loong knew he left it up, got away with it. And it is Dawson and Loong who have snuck ahead by a pair. Oh, and then a kiss off the net. And it is 9-6. Loong and Dawson sweating quite a bit, going to the powder to get a better grip. Although if I'm Loong, I want to hit every ball just like the one I did, just perfect off the net and staying in. And we've got a timeout called after that dink catches the net, and it is Dawson and Loong who have stretched out a lead. They're up 10-6. They will have game 1 on their paddles when we come back. This is the Skechers Invitational at the beautiful, the Riviera Country Club.
I felt like I had to always drink water over and over, but I still felt a little bit dizzy by the end of the day. But once I tried to incorporate more electrolytes in my daily life, it really helped me out. My favorite thing about the pickleball cocktail is the flavor. It tastes great. I drink the pickleball cocktail every morning to make sure that I stay hydrated throughout the whole day. It's important to drink first thing in the morning. If you wait until you play, you're usually too late. You start feeling dehydrated. When it comes to hydration, don't wait before it's too late.
One timeout, 2 timeouts. Time in, 10-6-2.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got a game point.
Great defensive hands from Pat Smith.
Beautiful. Because
saved the game.
Dawson came after him, so the beloved timeout wizard strikes again. Gets the ball back to the people that use his wizardry.
Second serve.
Devilliers says to himself, stop missing.
It's tough to reach out and attack that ball when Tyler and Callan have such good hands. It just doesn't look like there's many places to go with it.
And that is just as hard as a ball can get hit right there.
Tyler's high forehand is
beautiful.
Pretty much money.
Second chance to close out game 1. Oh, and Dawson's lob finally do make an appearance. That's a great track down by Devilliers. And there it is. I warned you folks. So I warned you that at any moment that alarm can go off, and Don Stanley is on top of it.
The crowd, who probably aren't used to it, got a kick out of it.
Third try here, as the second one is thwarted by the foot fault.
Great job by Loong to reset that. And
they're back in position. What a point to win the first game. That is what a match point should look like. Switching sides, great athleticism, Ernie defense. Loong goes flying across the court, and Dawson ultimately lets it go. We said they looked great yesterday. They look great again today. We'll be right back.
Go game 2.
All right, we are back, and there's a look at Tyler Loong and Callan Dawson. Played great yesterday. Played a great first game here, and looking to keep this going. And Dawson's like, bring it. Just bring it. I'm right here.
Yeah, Callan is just an awkward matchup because he's just such a solid dinker and he's got such solid hands. It's like Jay and Pat, they just don't get anything out of that exchange. If I was them, I don't know if I would just continually going left side to left side dinking with Callan. Maybe let's go right side to right side with Tyler just to mix it up and see what happens.
Whoopsie there, but good start to get a couple on the first serve of game 2. They do get 2, and see if Devilliers and Smith can find some of the 2021 magic this team had. One of the few teams to beat the Johns boys last year. And it is Tyler Loong who says, you put your head down, I'm going. And that was a fun one for him because it was sitting there and he just little squash down. And Pat Smith the serve there. This is a team, we haven't seen that, like the energy that they get and the positive emotion and yelling and the come-ons from Devilliers. Just hadn't been there yet. And it's because of the play of their opponents.
2-0-1.
Here's Smith saying LA, so he's going to bring out the French to get the Frenchman going.
Smart move. Tyler's just played a perfect complement to Callan's awesome dinking. It's like, okay, watch your partner dink and just stay ready. And as soon as they try and get out of that dink rally, punish it. Perfect from Tyler Loong.
Second serve.
And that's hard. A lot of people, when you are not the object of your opponent's desire, you get into sort of daydreaming and, you know, you're not engaged, and he has been on point.
Yeah, dinking can be like a metronome, so you got to stay focused.
Ooh. Handled the overhead, cannot handle the ball in transition, so 3-zip is the lead.
0-3-1.
That's a good drive, and that is the danger of this team. Heavy drives.
And I think that's where Jay and Pat got many of their points in game 1 was from effective drives. And if I'm playing Callan and Tyler, I think let me try and maximize that play.
Especially if they're unwinding something here, which they are. They do not want any part of changing sides. That's a great leave, and that's what they do. Now they frustrate you because you hit a good roll dink over there, and Dawson just neutralizes it and says, okay, next.
3-1-1. Point.
And Devilliers caught leaning in there, and the lead is now 4-1.
4-1-1.
That's a great first volley there, and necessary.
Callan was posted up in the middle. That volley went low and to the outside.
Side out.
Dawson tries some high-octane service points there. Comes up short on the 2 volleys, so see if Smith and Devilliers can build on that. So there's some of the emotion. Sometimes defense is it. And I know Loong looked up and might have had the sun in his eyes because he usually clobbers an overhead.
Yeah, there's some lefty sun. Callan. Callan is the righty, would not have had the sun in his eyes on that overhead.
Oh, that would have been nice if that went over. Devilliers has made some ridiculous behind the back balls in his career.
2-4-2.
And it had the potential of being a momentum changer for Devilliers. Smith.
Side out.
That's a tough place to poach when your partner's in trouble. Devilliers thought he had a read on that. He did not. His hands were in the cookie jar, and Mom came around the corner.
4-2-1.
Beautiful volley from Pat Smith there. Again, if the drive is high, these players are so good, you're in trouble.
4-2-2.
Smith goes for the, I'm not giving you any pace on the serve, lobby serve to go with his lobby game. Pat Smith just trying to put all, oh my. This point is crazy. And Devilliers just misses.
I can't overrule from here. Point.
There's no chance. I mean, we had Pat Smith literally hurtling and just staying on the outside of the court. He was within 2 feet of Loong at one point during that exchange. That was nuts. And Pat Smith bails out Devilliers there on a ball that was hammered at Smith. They did change where they dinked over those 2 points. They went to Loong. See if that continues. Ooh. That's usually the no-go zone there, but got away with it.
3-5-1.
Oh, if they could have gotten out of that, that might have been it, but just too much pressure.
Jay, I mean, when Jay was executing the Ernie, there were some spots to go, but Tyler put himself right in the way and defended the Ernie.
That dink sails just a tad wide, so it's Dawson and Loong up a game and up 5-3-1 here in game 2.
There have been a few of those in this game too, where that looks like appetizing counterplay for Dawson and Loong, but they just didn't quite execute.
That's much better there. They bring the ball back across the grain, catching them by surprise, and then they get the big finish. So they just haven't been able to sustain the energy. They've got the ball back after a nice couple of points there. Tremendous job by Dawson on the one before that to throw it into a safe spot, but can't make the next one. So 4-5-1.
4-5-1.
Oh, stunned that didn't go in.
And if it does, I don't know if you saw Jay stalking. He was ready to pounce on anything that came back.
And I can't believe it. 2/3 missed, so that's sort of been the theme. They do something great and then just can't keep it sustained.
Point.
That's kind of the rhythm of a pickleball match. A lot of times you play great defense when you're the returning team, and then you want to use that momentum. You get super offensive when it's your turn to serve. Doesn't always work out.
And it doesn't there. So a quick timeout called by Devilliers and Smith. Dawson and Loong up in game 2.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too.
Come on!
Does he do that every time?
Every time.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Oh, thanks, Lucy. Oh, wow.
And another one.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I have one more surprise for you.
Okay. Oh, come on. I love it, babe.
All right, there you see Devilliers from Kitchen Cam trying to mount a comeback. Called the timeout after the miss, and
Second serve.
use your timeouts, folks. That's all I'm going to say.
6-4-2. Side out.
Boom. So, a couple of solid points, missed third, and we'll see if they continue to drive the ball. It has been effective for them. They just got to make it.
Point.
A couple of misses for Callan Dawson at the kitchen
5-6-1.
in a situation you don't expect him to miss. There's Callan back to normal.
Same ball. He's going to just keep throwing it over there, and if Jay runs around it and hits topspin, there is a high degree of risk on the depth. And Pat Smith's
that ball was a little too low to take that approach to the drive. He was just standing straight up.
Another short return sets up the chaos, and might have stuck a paddle on a ball going deep, but
it was headed high chest from Callan, and then when you lift your paddle, your volley goes up, and then Callan crushes the reply.
That's nice by Devilliers, so solid. You know, that's why, you know, you've talked about it a lot, Scott. He plays the ball to your chest to get you to jump up, and then he gets a lovely fillet back to finish that. And Dawson's certainly not the tallest player on the court, but he plays in front of his body and reaches in, and that's very, very effective for him. Boom. That's why the return's going to Dawson probably a better idea, because Loong, as we've seen all 3 days, has been just hammering forehand drives.
When his drive is good, it's excellent, and it has been this weekend. I agree.
Okay, so they get a couple more and are within 2 of taking this.
5-9-1.
It's go time for the boys from Wichita. Smith was able to bail out a very short lob. It was more of a low, and couldn't handle the next one.
5-9-2.
He's got to stay by the book there if you're Devilliers. That's nice there. Loong came from a long way to get there, and Pat Smith paddle was ready.
6-9-2.
Oh, Pat Smith just couldn't quite get the paddle face square. Got a little behind him and missed it wide.
9-6-1.
So Callan Dawson to serve, 2 points from winning this one.
Second serve.
We've seen that pattern a lot.
Yeah.
The drive's a little high.
9-6-2.
Pat and Jay have done an excellent job of volleying the ball down and just ending the point. Similar to that one.
Oh, and confusion in the middle there. So big opportunity. Usually 10 has more weight when you're playing win by 2. It's still obviously a necessary step, but now we saw a 10-all game, and with the ladies with the first match, again, win by 1 here. So this just feels like the time. If Jay and Pat are going to make it happen, this is the time. And the third is way too high, so can they go on 2?
7-9-2.
They cannot, because Dawson sticks a perfect volley there.
Yeah, he didn't overplay that. He just made Jay do something extremely difficult, and Jay couldn't pull it off.
And Dawson comes flying in again, and the fourth, if you were going to have to deal with a ball like that, it's got to stay in the kitchen, not come to the midcourt, because then you're setting up offense. That's a great volley there. So second match point coming up here. You heard Loong say my bad because the drive was up. Oh my goodness. Pat reaches a hand out to Callan, and Pat's parents certainly enjoying that one over to the side of the court.
If at least Joanne was playing, she would have got there.
Oh yeah. Devilliers goes to the two-hander for the dink, and then that does give you the disguise if you want to speed it up, and that works out well for him. All right, within 2. Just wide. That's a great cross-court attack from Dawson.
Another reason Dawson's attacks are so good is because he doesn't have much of a swing. You don't appreciate how fast it's going to be coming. when he hits it.
Great read by Callan. Dawson saw the Devilliers paddle loaded up and jumped in front of his partner and punished it. So the first one spun off the net and rolled over. Let's see what happens with this opportunity to take the match. And it is Dawson and Loong. Looked great yesterday, playing very they complement each other so well. We talked about it, the way the points come together. One can erase the negatives of the other, and then they both have the ability to finish. So we'll talk to the winners right after this.
Let him hear you.
Dropping a lot of money on sunglasses always seemed crazy to me. I'd wear them a few times, and then I'd lose them or break them. That's why we created Shady Rays. Polarized shades at a great price that you can try for 30 days risk-free. And even if you lose or break them, just let us know and we'll send you a free pair. Plus, every order helps fight hunger in America. And thanks to you, we're making a big impact. For 20% off your first order, go to shadyrays.com now and use code TV20.
Bending down to put on your shoes, kind of a pain in the ass. But with new hands-free Skechers slip-ins, it's a thing of the past. Just step in and go without bending down. And without even touching them. Plus, they're machine washable. Try new Skechers slip-ins.
Welcome back to sunny center court here in Los Angeles. Guys, that was an incredibly close match, and Pat and Jay started coming back in that final game. What were you thinking? What were you saying to your partner at that point?
I mean, they're making some great shots, doing a lot of good stuff out there. But, I mean, me and Tyler just try to keep it simple. And we have a game plan, and usually when it starts to fail, we just look at each other and say, let's do a little better job at it.
Well, Tyler, you're known as an Ernie master. Any way you can break that shot down for the folks at home so we can all try it?
Hire me as your coach, and I can teach it to you. A lot of practice, a lot of experience, a lot of anticipation. You're going to miss a lot, but also it's going to come with time.
Well, Callan, you have been named by a few people, including pros, as the most improved player for the second half of the year. And you've been in the sport a long time, many, many years. How tough is it to continue improving, even with as long as you've been around and you've been practicing and playing for so long, still keep that energy high?
I mean, just the last year I've been fortunate enough. Just the jobs that I got allow me to work remote, so I've had a lot of time to really drill and train more than I've ever had before. So it's been a lot of fun and really exciting.
The work from home is something that the one good thing that COVID brought us, huh? Guys, congratulations. We're going to show you one more match before we head into CBS Sports coverage.
Thanks, Al. Hi, dude.
We owe great times to good friends, to the glasses that spark conversation, to the ideas that then pour out. Ours came from a night like that, and somehow survived the morning after, to make our own tequila. It wasn't meant to leave our house, but since we made this for friends, we thought it wouldn't hurt to make a few more. Grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Barry. I used to play professional basketball. Now I'm into pickleball. Performance is really important, but also recovery is actually just as important.
AlloMD is a product that I use constantly before my matches and after my matches for my recovery.
Great for inflammation, great for recovery. I keep coming back to this. AlloMD all day long, baby.
I use it.
I use it.
I use it.
I use it.
I use it. AlloMD, Acute Relief Cream.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming with fellow senior pro Scott Crandall, who has been by my side for the Selkirk Showdown last week and here at the Skechers Invitational. Scott, we've seen some great action. Last women's match of the morning before we then switch over at noon Pacific to CBS Sports. We'll have a mixed doubles match seeing Kovalova and Wright play Parenteau and Newman. That's going to be something. And then a couple singles matches. We'll have Anna-Leigh Waters playing Parenteau, and we will have Tyson McGuffin playing Ben Johnson singles. So that'll be a lot of fun over on CBS Sports. Let's set this up. Impressive color coordination here by Jessie, Irvine, and Yana Grechkina here. They've got literally the same colors head to toe. Looking good out there. Irvine is coming in, I've got to believe, with a ton of confidence. She played one of the best matches I've ever seen her play yesterday, from a pace, from a driving the ball, from a taking over and exerting your will on an opponent. She did that brilliantly yesterday.
Yeah, she and Lindsey Newman paired up very nicely and played a very strong match. That was against Catherine and Leigh, right? And Jessie was moving very well. Lindsey Newman was making every ball. And so, yeah, she comes in with a lot of confidence. But this team they're up against today, Irina and Callie Smith, are very strong. Yeah. That's an intimidating team. They're both playing very well. So Jessie and Yana have their work cut out for them. I believe they've played once before, so this won't be their first time playing doubles together, but they've got a tough team they're up against.
Yeah, so you got Yana Grechkina serving to Irina Tereschenko. Let's play pickleball. Callie Smith hitting the ball there. Also from Utah. Utah well represented here today. Dizon and Jones earlier.
As well as Loong in the last match.
Yes. And yesterday we saw Grechkina get very comfortable with her match with that forehand roll dink over there on the right side. So keep an eye on that. She was actually with Tereschenko.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Yana Grechkina can get that forehand cross court going, get some comfort, get some rhythm, because once she gets rhythm, she hits some really nice forehands.
And we're going to see if Callie Smith and Tereschenko play it straight up or stack it. Two very accomplished players on the left side of the court.
But they've both played so much they
can handle it
they're
wherever,
pretty
of course.
interchangeable. I think a lot of it kind of comes down to, well, who wants to dink cross court with Yana, who wants to be in front of Jessie.
Just wide there from Grechkina, so first point is on the board, and it looks like we're going to have a stacking situation. So they're going to keep Callie on the left to start. We'll see if that continues.
So on that point, I saw Yana hit some nice dinks, kept that point under control, and kind of forced Callie to go for a difficult attack that Jessie wisely let go long.
And there's the ferocious finish from Callie Smith, whose paddle is always up also.
Yeah, and Callie didn't attack the first one as hard as she could. She was very patient until she got the one that was high enough to crush.
Smith not able to put that reset in the court. Grechkina actually on that and in front of it, despite the pace that came. She knew she was in trouble.
Well, she was on the receiving end of pace because her first forehand was telegraphed down Callie's line, and Callie was sitting on it.
Ooh, good try there. You saw Irvine try to get aggressive in the middle and take a couple of those balls. Fended off nicely by Smith and Tereschenko. Tereschenko and Smith are throwing beautiful thirds into the kitchen and then dictating play after that, and everything's working here so far for them.
Not only that, but they're defending well. When Jessie or Yana get a ball to attack, Callie and Irina are defending it, then coming in and playing on their terms, just like that.
Yeah, this is a team that can do serious damage, but also defend and frustrate you. And the choice to put Smith on the left side has paid dividends to start. That is just absolute filth from Jessie Irvine, who just holds that paddle out there for an hour and a half and then flicks it back behind Callie Smith.
I don't think most people's wrist can go that far backward, so that's not a shot.
It's ridiculous.
But I think Jessie is going to have to, with that reaching out forehand, being more aggressive, but she's just going to have to put the ball away more efficiently, which is tough to do against Callie and Irina because they're both good defenders. But if Jessie gets a look, she's going to have to go for it. And that's why, because if Jessie doesn't, then her partner's going to get attacked.
Yep.
And the Tereschenko-Smith attacks
have been very, very effective. It is 7-0 here. Smith and Tereschenko are flying to start game number 1.
I think it's 120 milligrams. Let me check on that really quick.
It's 125.
Oh, it's 125 milligrams.
UPS or FedEx for this one?
FedEx, they deliver on Saturday. It's 3 minutes on high. It's pound, then the number. Orange evokes energy and vitality. Black shows softness.
How does he know all this stuff?
That's always right. Yellow shows unknowns, things that are unclear. We need to dive into the yellow more.
Smith, Tereschenko just dominating this match so far, and we'll see if that continues. Timeout called by Irvine and Grechkina. Grechkina's gone to the sunglasses as well here. Let's see if that little change. See the ball a little better potentially. I know that side is tough early in the day with the bleachers behind instead of the blue background. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered there.
Nice patient point from Yana. Great adjustment. Leslie Frank is headed over. I think the referee's mic battery has died.
Okay. We want you to be able to hear Leslie loud and clear out there, folks. So there's a look at Netcam and the coordinated outfits of Grechkina and Irvine. And the timeout, see the sunglasses maybe was seeing the ball because there were a couple misses that are uncharacteristic for Grechkina. I think this just is a good, this battery is actually helpful too. Okay, you just hit a good ball, settle back in, let's get on the board, and sometimes getting rid of that zero can create 3 or 4 opportunities here. Grechkina digging and digging, just kept fighting, and then a ball up. Irvine just couldn't poke it back as she was in a tough spot to handle that ball. That is what was working for Irvine yesterday. Now the first one was going to be about 5 feet deep, but they don't let it go. It's all good.
If you can line it up with the person's body, they can't get out of the way if you hit it hard enough.
Step back attack on the 4th from Callie Smith. Cross court sets up Tereschenko, so they do get 1. Interesting. They choose not to unwind the stack, so Grechkina now found on the backhand side, and maybe that's the way this team has the best opportunity. We'll see. We know we love that Grechkina rolled forehand dink, but
maybe she's got an inside-out forehand that she can use too.
That might be in. It is. Oh no, and it was so close to the net with so much backspin that you can't get on top of that ball and keep it in. So either a topspin ball there or dropping it. That's why you always want to make one more ball and see what happens. Callie Smith finishes. And another timeout called here, so. Okay, we're making sure that a timeout was available. We're going to keep it here, though. So, Scott, it's 8-1. What are you telling Grechkina and Irvine?
Well, I like that they switched it up.
I do too.
Give it a different look. you know, I told Jessie at the last time out, when you get your chance, when you know, they're going to hit most of the balls to Yana probably, but when you get it, make sure you do something with it. And, you know, that's where they got their point. Jessie served big and then hit a big drive, similar to kind of the approach she took yesterday. And so it worked. But you're not going to get that many opportunities because Callie Smith and Irina Tereschenko aren't going to allow for them.
Yep.
However, Yana is hitting some nice things. She's getting these points to develop, and then it's just a matter of who's going to pop it up first and then attack.
So every opportunity must be taken advantage of, especially with this scoreboard. So time back in. Callie Smith goes inside out twice, and it beats Irvine there. That's pretty.
Yeah, once you back up a few paces, which understandably, if Callie's going to be taking full swings, I don't want to be meeting it at the kitchen. But some angles opened up when Jessie backed up.
That's a beautiful ball by Irvine right there. So they get it back, but the mountain is significant. And full action pickleball will be the quickest way to a comeback. We'll see if it can be a consistent way. Wow, Callie's like, how many balls are going to hit the net on this? Smart play by Irvine. Somebody tracks that down, you're going to give that ball right back to him.
A nice drive from Jessie, but a quality volley.
And even if you don't get all the way back, if they can get 5, 6, obviously they'd love to win this 11-10, but a little confidence for game 2.
Well, plus you want to try and establish, can we get some patterns,
yes,
find something that works, and then get a little confidence that yes, we can score points when we hit quality shots.
Second chance at game 1 here for Smith and Tereschenko. Good combination from Grechkina and Irvine there. So try number 3, Callie Smith to serve. Okay. So, hey, 10-6 comeback in the first match of the day from Dizon and Jones. Maybe they can pull something out here. There's a big drive. Oh.
If your partner's going to hit a big drive, get in there.
Gotta go.
Get in there and look for something high to attack.
Yeah. And that's got to be the mentality. That's what we're doing. So if it's high and they beat us, so be it.
And the other thing on that is, like when I'm playing with a pro, if I'm playing with Warnick or something in a rec game, I will make sure I run in ahead of him because they don't want to hit it at the person who's first. So I'll direct traffic to my pro partner. So if you want your partner to get the ball, get in there and look scary so they don't hit it to you.
100%.
And you get them hitting the ball to your partner who you want playing.
Who may actually be scarier than you, but they're just a step behind. So that makes a lot of sense. So good handle there. So again, creeping forward after being down 10-1. Nice cross-court roll from Grechkina, and watch how Irvine just reaches out and finishes. Beautiful finish. They decide to put Tereschenko on the left to try and finish this match, and it does not dribble over. And so now that's in their heads, we have been here for 5 tries and don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah, and Yana and Jessie have got a much better mindset now.
That's nice, and now we have some energy. Grechkina and Irvine now dictating play. So looky here at 7-10-1. And Grechkina decides to do a cut instead of just waltzing in and ripping a drive there. That's been very effective for her. And Irvine also. So they got 2 short returns. So at 7-10, the opportunity was actually really there for them, but couldn't execute the next ball. 6th game point. And Callie Smith speeds it up, and that ends it. So Tereschenko and Smith come racing out, playing flawless ball to start. Grechkina and Irvine changed some things up, made some balls, stayed a little more consistent. So can they carry that back half of game 1 into game 2? We'll find out right after this.
Not yet, buddy.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming with Scott Crandall here, and Grechkina and Irvine, you see walking out onto the court. Just the energy's better, the point construction was better, but when you're in that big of a hole, you can't get all the way out all the time, but it can carry over to game 2. Will it, is the question. Tereschenko tries to pull her body to the left and then go down the line with it, finds the net. And even a 1 or 2-0 lead will mean a lot to Grechkina and Irvine here. Smith was on it, just wasn't able to finish it, and I'm not saying the sight lines were why she missed that, but that's a ball she seemed to be on, so we'll see if that plays a role here or not.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Devilliers and I just gave Jessie and Yana a pep talk to don't attack Callie. It's not going to turn out good. First ball, attack Callie. It turns out good.
Just short on the third for Grechkina there.
1-0-2.
She said there's no way I'm missing this one in the net. high, at least you have a chance to scrap, but that was significantly high and easily finished. They do get one. And Irvin's foot sneaks in.
Well, Jay feels better. He's not the only one who's doing that.
So I like the slide from Grechkina, but she was not set, and I'd rather have that be just a block than the full swing coming from that ball.
Yeah, I like that she ran around and hit the forehand,
Yes.
but I think she could have just dinked it because I don't think she had the time to attack there. But if you're patient, you will get a dink if you run around and get ready with your forehand. You'll have time to maybe do something with it. That first one, I don't think the time was there.
There's the power of Irvine.
Yeah, that's the pattern that won Irvine and Grechkina the first point. Irina sped up down the line to Jessie's backhand, and Jessie crushed it down the middle.
Yeah, and I just love the way Callie Smith approaches when the return goes to her partner. She is on the prowl on the Serengeti looking for anything.
Well, that's one of Jessie's favorite plays. There is driving into the unstack.
For sure. And then they get a Tereschenko is able to handle it, but it's short, and now you have a lot of options. So let's see if they decide to switch or not here. They choose not to. 3-3-2. Just fading away a little bit. Nice patient point from Tereschenko.
And a quality dink to finish that.
Really good.
That's why Irina's a professional champion.
There you saw Callie Smith on the hunt. Again, might want to return to Callie here because she is reading the ball well from the drive from Tereschenko.
But you also might want to keep your paddle in front of you if you're Jessie. And
yes.
How do you get hit in the body? Your paddle should be there.
They do change it, and Grechkina actually took a good drive from Callie Smith and flipped that script quickly. Beautiful forehand down. Tough ball to roll side and keep it in.
Yeah, it looked like Callie was popping that defensive dink up, but it landed short enough that it couldn't really be attacked easily. So good defense from Callie Smith.
So Grechkina is threatening the Ernie, which will throw the ball in the middle, but if you short hop it behind you, that angle is so tight, it's hard to keep that in. And the big swing by Grechkina catches the net. So again, Tereschenko and Smith playing solid, very few errors, and they are way ahead much like they were in game 1 here in game number 2.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back.
All right, we're back. Timeout called by Irvine and Grechkina. It turned the tide in the first game. Didn't get them all the way there, but certainly made things a lot more interesting. And it worked to get the ball back. Now, do they do something with it?
But that timeout just demonstrates that you're not giving up. You're gonna fight for it. Anything can happen. Pickleball. Like that's just a slight over counter. If you're getting that ball up there, if you can just control that counter more down and less hard.
It's probably just a less swing factor here. Just
the smaller swings are higher percentage. Bigger swings, it's hard to. Everything's got to line up perfectly.
8, 3, 1.
Oh my, that hit the bottom of the tape and then somehow got over. Like that's the lowest ball that hit the tape that I've ever seen be made, but it is now match point.
Callie Smith said top spin.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my. And the tape's like, okay, I gave you one. You're not getting that one too, Callie. No, no. No, no. I know it actually was hit harder. So she smiles on her way back. Second match point. Okay. So we saw this in the first game. They didn't get all the way back, but they saved a variety pack of game points. So can it happen again? So the good news for Yana is she is seeing that great. It's your momentum is pushing you when you're coming that fast. In the big swing, it's going to be hard to keep that in. But the contact is right where you want it to be.
So again, like that's where attacking Callie is dangerous, and Callie slightly overplayed that, but that was a pretty easy sitter for Callie. I wouldn't expect her to miss that again.
That's a great ball there. So
location was much lower and
much more compact.
Yeah. And
the backhand. A lot of the ladies have the big swing, but also have sort of that half to a quarter swing two-hander and still get a ton on it because of the left hand being on the paddle. Hello, Jessie. Thank you. Just like that one. And okay, I feel like I've seen this before. Can they get it all the way there? That's a great volley by Tereschenko. Just enough of this. So Another chance at a victory here. Can't handle the ball in transition. Second chance on this possession. And that'll do it. So Callie Smith and Irina Tereschenko got up early in both games and just kept the pedal down. Got pushed just a little bit in games 1 and game 2. But folks, Utah undefeated this morning. Jones, Dizon, Loong, and now Callie Smith. We'll be right back after this.
Callie Smith, come on, folks.
Each shot has its own strategy. Each player, their own style. Whether you dink it, drive it, lob it, drop it, bang it, or spin it is entirely up to you. But we do keep score. We recognize the winners. Podiums are earned. If you want an edge, you best work for it. Electrum. Earn your edge.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Well, welcome back to the action, everyone. I'm here with Irina Tereschenko, Callie Smith. Ladies, before you took the court today, what was the discussion as to who would play which sides? I know you've played together a few times in the past.
Well, Irina knows how much I love my forehand, so she's like, Cal, just take forehand. No, we plan to go cross court, anything out of the air, go hard. She said we've got fast hands, we have fast reflexes, so it's fun to play with Irina. She keeps it light and really fun for me, and she's a wonderful player, had great setups, and so made it easy on her drops and her dinks to kind of play well. So thanks, Irina.
Started out with a formidable lead in game 1, but how true is it in pickleball that you can never relax?
Very true. You guys stay alert, and Jessie and Yana picked up the game quite a bit, and Yana started putting quite a bit of spin on her dinks, so I was telling myself to try to take them out of the air. It took me a while to adjust, but at the end we persevered, so that was good.
Well, guys, this is back-to-back tournaments for us. We're just coming off a tournament last week, one this week. We've got another one coming up on Wednesday. How tough is it to stay dialed in when we've got a crazy schedule like that, especially, Callie, for you with 2 kids in tow?
Well, after a few years, you get used to it. And I think my kids are used to it by now. So I love my kids. Camber Stockton, my husband, who is the biggest trooper of all time. He is actually the hero of the family, Kyle. So I just want to thank my family, my friends, sponsors, for all that you guys do to help support us so that we can go back-to-back tournaments. So Optivita, Health, Onyx, and Spray, you guys have been wonderful. And all my family at home who help that process as well. And Irina knows that it's kind of what you do. It's back-to-back. You're tired, but you persevere through it. And always play to win. Always dream big, work hard, and do your best.
Thanks, guys. Dave, take us away.
I love it every time.
All right, well, impressive from Callie Smith and Irina Tereschenko, and she did mention that we have a tournament next weekend. I talked about how well Utah did this morning. Well, guess what? We're going to Utah. Tournament of Champions, north of Salt Lake City and Brigham City. It's back to traditional play. Your normal partners, brackets, draws, all of the things that you're used to. I think these two events have been a lot of fun for everybody to see how different combinations pair up. But we'll be back next weekend, and we'll talk about that all next week. But it's been a great morning of play so far today, and now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over at noon Pacific time to CBS Sports Network. We'll have Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova playing Riley Newman and Catherine Parenteau. And then, as I mentioned in the open, yes, we will have some singles. Ben Johns will play Tyson McGuffin, and then Anna-Leigh Waters will play Catherine Parenteau. And then 2 more matches at the end of the day. We'll be back on the PPA YouTube channel. We'll have Sheehan-Dizon and Collin Johns against Allyce Jones and AJ Koller, and then Koller will stay out with Leigh Jansen against Leigh Waters and Callan Dawson. So it's going to be a lot of great pickleball to finalize 3 incredible days here at the Riviera Country Club. Again, yesterday was a huge day for the pickleball world to be on national TV, and I hope you've enjoyed all the coverage all weekend. We'll be back here later this afternoon, but head over to CBS Sports Network for the next match. For Scott Crandall, Hannah Johns, everybody in the truck, everybody that puts this together, I'm Dave Fleming. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.